Oh, hello everyone. It's Susie, Crypto Granny. It's a Monday. The date is the 12th of April and the time in the Netherlands is 14:27. So, golly, there's just always so much to look at when we look at the cryptocurrency market. It's just incredible, I have to say. I had a lovely weekend. I hope all you guys had a lovely weekend. It was very, very peaceful. And today I was struggling on a Monday, even though I really, honestly, I love my job so much and I love my clients and everything else. But my head is just sort of so much slower from obviously the weekend to a work day. So it just seems to feel like everything takes me forever, which is really weird, you know. But then by Friday, I'm doing everything really fast. But anyway, let's talk about the cryptocurrency market. It looks fantastic. As you know, I'm an absolute bull, and I continue to be a bull. I believe this market will be higher at the end of the year, much higher. As I said before, I believe the market cap will be at least 4.5 trillion. It's currently at 2.120 trillion. Volume's 100 bill, which is a lot. Liquidity 4.395 bill, and Bitcoin dominance is falling again to 53.10%. Now I expect that to very quickly go through 50 down to 49% quite quickly, which means specific alts will actually perform against Bitcoin. Okay, even though Bitcoin will keep going up, other alts will actually go up by more. So, for example, if Bitcoin goes up by 5%, you might have, for example, like today, Binance up, 28% or something. So other alts will outperform, and I still believe that. And honestly, there is no need to sell, your best crypto. If it's blue chip crypto, it stays in your portfolio forever, and you can actually stake it or use it as collateral and borrow against it, for example, with Nexo, who I particularly like. But the thing is, it's like buying, a proper asset. It's like buying a house, and, houses just keep going up every year. And the thing is, we have massive inflation in the system. And you can see that in all sorts of auctions. Like, people collect everything. They collect diamonds, they collect gold, they collect silver, silver coins, gold coins, you name it, earrings, everything, and gemstones and even opals. And if you look at the online bidding sites for that, so many professionals are buying diamonds, gemstones, gold, you name it, right? And opals, and the prices they're getting is just quite unbelievable. So what you're seeing is everyone's getting out of cash, which is understandable because it's fiat currency, and all the governments in the world have not got a clue about how they look after the balance sheet. Fed income, I think you could put a monkey in there and that would do better, honestly. So basically, in that environment, fiat cash is going to be worthless, and you have to shift it into other assets. So even things like old wood, beautiful mahogany furniture, it's highly bid. And that makes sense when you're going into a high inflation environment. Absolutely. So let's just look at Mazari, what that's telling us today. The volume, the reported volume in the market for Tether over the 24 hours was 31.49 bill. Binance was up there at 9.04 bill. Bitcoin at 6.95 bill. Binance US 5.34 bill. XRP at 3.86 bill. Ethereum 3.44 bill. And ADA 1.97 bill. And then you've got Tron, Litecoin, and a lot of the others that we're actually got in our investment portfolio as well. But interesting enough, Binance did 9 billion on the weekend, and it was attributed to Chang Xiaopeng, obviously CZ they call him, from Binance, the CEO. He came out on Twitter and said yesterday, look, we're going to burn some coins in the next couple of days. So people are actually thinking the Binance burn was going to be on the 30th of April, but no, it's actually coming in the next couple of days. Now, I've said this, I've done some calcs, and I believe they will burn more than they have in the past, right? And I think they'll burn a minimum of 6 million coins, Binance coins. Excuse me, I'll just have a glass of water. On my calculations, if they burn 6 million, just on that alone, without, bullish sentiment of Binance and the coin and everything else, just on that alone, I believe that Binance can literally put on $30 per 1 unit, just on if they burn 6 million. Now, if they burn more, then that could be $40 per unit, and not adding the bullish sentiment in the market, which you could literally say is another $40, okay? So just on price alone, if they do the 6 million, we're looking at $30 per unit. But then if you add the bullish sentiment to that, I would add bullish sentiment, which is extremely bullish. The markets always overshoot themselves. I would add another 30%. So I believe Binance, BNB, will go up another 60% from here. And currently at the moment it's 580 USD, okay? It's just huge, right? I mean, Binance today got up to $630 per US on Qcoin, and I do believe it'll trade up there again. They're just doing so much more than anyone else, and particularly Ethereum. Now, I got my clients into this so early, it's a joke. Basically, from last week, Binance is up 57%. But, rightly so, because these guys are doing more transactions than Ethereum, right? They're doing 5 million transactions on Binance Smart Chain compared to Ethereum. They're literally doing 200% more than Ethereum on their blockchain already with very low gas fees, right? It's just unbelievable. I mean, they've already moved about 30 billion, on this platform. So, that's just incredible. Binance, honestly, they're just killing Ethereum, honestly, and they should be priced higher than Ethereum. And I put that out ages ago. Go and look on YouTube. I had a YouTube on there under Crypto Granny. Had a valuation on Binance at $1225 US, so over $1,225 US dollars per unit, right? And that was like, I put that out, God, I don't know, about 6 to 8 weeks ago maybe, when Binance was so much lower. Maybe it was 2 months ago, I'm not sure. But, the thing is, right, Coinbase are going to list on the 14th, right, in 2 days' time on the Nasdaq, right? Now, it's just bull, right? If you look at the equity market, it's basically moving higher again. VIX volatility is as low as anything. There's no volatility in the equity market. It's actually taken out new highs and gone higher. Okay, so it's actually broken out big time, and it's going to continue to go higher. And it was led by technology stocks. So that means that basically the Nasdaq this week, when Coinbase lists, it's going to be seriously bull. And you've got to think about that, where Coinbase lists has a direct implication for where Binance's cryptocurrency coin is going to go. Because don't forget, Binance are huge compared to Coinbase, right? Coinbase said they had 53 million clients. Binance would have double what Coinbase has, maybe even triple. Binance is a mega, right? So if Coinbase lists on, the bullish Nasdaq, right, and look, the market is totally bull, seriously, the volatility index, which is supposed to be the fear index in the market, dropped below 20%, down to about 16%, right? So basically that means there's no fear in the market whatsoever. This is breakout for equity markets, and it'll be breakout for cryptocurrency markets as well. So if Coinbase, gets on there and, they're on there at $450 and it goes higher, that will have a direct implication to where Binance's coin should be, okay? And it could even still be very, very cheap even here. I mean, I still believe it is very cheap here because it can go to, in my valuation, 1,225, okay, US dollars. So also Binance launches tokenized stock trading, and it's starting with Tesla. And apparently now on the Binance, you can actually trade Tesla. I haven't tried it yet, at zero commission, which is pretty incredible. Also, another one I dug out, and I had to really find this, Binance, interestingly enough, listed another stock. It's a Germany stock, a token called CM Equity AG. And it turns out it's a licensed investment firm in Germany, and it has a tokenized platform. And I found that very interesting because it made me think, is Binance going to take over this crowd? This German stocks token licensed investment firm in Germany that also has a tokenized platform. Because I watch everything Binance does. CZ is so intelligent and so clever and so market savvy. That's why he created, Binance within 2 years and overtook everyone, literally. And they have 70% of the volume of the business, right? So Binance, for me, was just an absolute no-brainer. You've been given a free pass, seriously. It's just unbelievable, right? It's such a great story. Excuse me for a minute, just have a quick glass of water. So that's a pretty big story, right? And so watch this space the next 2 days for Binance. Also want to mention too, we bought Qcoin, right? And the performance of Qcoin has been unbelievable. Now I do like the exchanges, and my clients bought Qcoin around the 26th of 26th of March. And we bought in the area of $4.50 to $4.90, in those couple of days around there. And ever since that time, Qcoin has seriously gone through the roof. It got up to, a price where I thought it would never get up, something like about over $20 or something. And like I had a valuation, a lot lower, but, just incredible. On Qcoin, it got to $19 and 24 cents, right? And it just makes me wonder whether someone's looking to take over Qcoin. And I mean, they are a fairly small exchange in the sense that they only have 6 million clients, but I wonder, whether Binance has got the checkbook out, because it's a really great platform on Qcoin, and I really like it. It's very easy, and it's a much better platform than Binance. So, I'm always looking for connections into the market because, all the evidence is there and you can see it right before your very eyes. So, keep watching that space as well. Now, there's a lot of stuff out there re-XRP and, how it may get to, $2. At the moment, it's currently $1.38. It is up 3.43%. It's doing really well, actually, even though Jed McCullough from Stellar dumped another $100 million worth of XRP, okay? I mean, this guy, I think, has about 2.8 billion of XRP to get rid of. And the only problem this year, he can sell quite a lot. So it's going to put a lot of pressure on XRP. But honestly, I think XRP is so cheap anyway. And, the thing is, if there's any breakdown, in this XRP, I think you just buy it. It is pretty cheap. There's all this sentiment about Ripple may, settle with the SEC. Even Novogratz said that the other night. And that would be a great story because, seriously, it is just getting so long-winded, this SEC thing with XRP. The SEC hasn't got a leg to stand on, and that is true, honestly. And I do think that, Ripple will probably negotiate a settlement with them because it just, it's becoming a bit of a joke, really. Honestly, it really is. Now, Ripple and Wanchain, apparently Wanchain is integrating with Ripple because they want to be able to use XRPL to yield farm, right? Yield farm activities and liquidity. And this is absolutely, seriously perfect for what XLP, the ledger, can do in the liquidity, the ODL, right? So this is great for Ripple and obviously Wanchain, increased on the back of that. That's an awesome story. There was also another story I want to bring to your attention about Ripple too, and it was about Novogratz. It came up on Twitter today, and I think it was today or yesterday, I can't remember. And he said Ripple's equity is trading in the secondary market, and this is on the stock exchange, right, on the Nasdaq, between $2 to $3 billion, right? And then he said, Ripple, rightly so, Ripple do have XRP sitting on their balance sheet, and it's worth about $70 billion, right? So what he's saying, the digital currency of Ripple is worth $70 billion, right? And he's saying on the equity side, the equity is only worth $2 to $3 billion. All things being equal, why aren't they equal? Why is there such a big disparity? And he said, he questioned whether equity is really cheap and the coin of XRP is expensive. This is what Novogratz said. And I went back to him and I said, they're both cheap. You're assuming that one is not valued properly. So you're assuming that one is valued correctly when it's actually not valued properly, right? So I'm saying both are actually incorrect. The market is not valuing properly Ripple equity or XRP in the cryptocurrency market. So I went back to Novogratz and I said they're both wrong because they're both cheap. The market is not pricing in the value yet, but it will. So, that's we have little plays on Twitter, read this stuff all the time, which is great fun. You should get on my Twitter handle. It's at Susie Trader. So, I yap on there probably every second day or something like that. Depending on how bored I am, because sometimes, markets don't do a lot, but lately this market's been awesome. But I do like Twitter because I do learn a lot from there, and I have a lot of people following me, about 12,000 people. But it's just fun. I like it because people give me a lot of information and, let me know what's going on in their world. And if, sometimes you can get one piece of information that just, that one piece of information can make you a lot of money, right? And no, it's good because you get a lot of feedback on Twitter, and I particularly like it. I like it much better than YouTube. That's why I don't do many YouTubes. If you want to see me, to get more information and more learning, this sort of thing, I am on Patreon, but I have a very limited capacity to take on more clients. And, the thing is, if you're really interested to learn how to make money and to understand everything you need to about crypto, I'm only taking people that seriously want to learn how to manage investment portfolios, staking portfolios and trading portfolios, and, want to come on a journey because eventually there's another lot of portfolios we can set up in terms of mining and all sorts of things. And, I want people that are serious about making serious wealth, but also learning as well. So, send me an email anyway. It's, esoteric trading solutions at gmail.com. But anyway, let's get on with this other story now. We've got VeChain Foundation, which this is a really weird tie-up, seriously. VeChain Foundation has announced they're working with SalesForce for VeChain tool chain. And I just found that an incredible, that just didn't fit to me, SalesForce, which is like, it's a database for salespeople, and VeChain. But it's another client for VeChain. It's great for VeChain. VeChain have got heaps of clients. They've got huge chartered accounting firms. They're invested. The Chinese government uses them. They've got a big hydro industrial company client in Norway. DNV, the biggest shipping company in the world. They've got heaps of stuff. And we've been in VeChain for a long time, and it's still cheap as far as I'm concerned. VeChain is still cheap. It is way too cheap at the moment, and that's always the opportunity. And also, Waves increased, and it's due to because they've come out and said we're going to do non-fungible token gaming, and they did some airdrops, NFT airdrops, and it was egg token for ducks. So, and also don't forget, Waves got listed on Bittrex 23rd of March, and also they moved to Singapore because they wanted to advance more in terms of the growth and be much more connected to Asia. Because don't forget, gaming is absolutely huge in Asia. Now, something I wanted to just tell you guys, which I thought was an interesting story, because I have got one client that's holding BTG, which is Bitcoin Gold, which I hate, seriously. But the interesting thing is, as you know, Bitcoin Gold rallied about 173% last week. And there's a story out there that they believe the traders were actually incorrect in buying Bitcoin Gold. So we'll have to see how this goes. And the reason why, there was a new Brazilian investment bank, and it happened to be called BTG Pactual. So the traders thought it was BTG, right? So the traders bought the Bitcoin Gold, thinking it was connected with this new Brazilian investment bank called BTG Pactual, and who were basically trying to do a deal with the Winklevoss twins in terms of the Gemini exchange for custody management, right? But it turns out there's absolutely no connection, which is interesting. Another bizarre story, which I think is really interesting, not bizarre, but really it shows you where we're going in this world. It's incredible. A house in Germany is being sold as an NFT, a non-fungible token. And, this is the whole point. You can make anything a non-fungible token. You could make your dog a non-fungible token. It's just an incredible market. And I think eventually it will take over the whole crypto market. It's going to be bigger and bigger and bigger. Huge opportunities as far as I'm concerned. So if we have a look at, the social media, I only got my one report today. On that, it is Binance all over the place. BNB everywhere. And honestly, my clients' investment portfolios and their trading portfolios are doing extremely, extremely well. Every social media thing I'm seeing Binance all over the place. I'm also seeing Chile's, which is, in my mind, is an absolute no-brainer. The charts look extremely bullish to me. Binance, BTC's broken out, HT, ADA, TRX, GRT, XRP, Chile's. Look, the charts look really seriously good. I'm not kidding. And, I've been saying the last week or two, I'm seriously bullish, and I am. I'm seriously bullish. There's just so much money coming into the system. This market is still cheap to where this market can go by the end of the year. That's for sure. Anyway, I've got a lot to do today. But look, I will talk to you about, very quickly, the Fiat market. We know the equity market was at all-time highs. Volatility is low. They don't seem to have any fear. They're going to keep buying, it seems to me. Also the US 10-year bond rate went down to 1.66. Excuse me. So as that goes down, the equity market starts buying even more, okay? So I do believe that the US 10-year bond rate will be kept at 1.6 and lower. That's what I do believe, because I do believe the Fed will come in and basically start buying the 10-year bond, okay? And if they start buying the 10-year bond, it pushes bond prices up and interest rates low. So, whoever's holding can get a capital gain. So, I think they will, for sure. Now, today we've got Federal Rosenberg speaking. The Beige Book is coming out in the US. Quarterly, the first quarter earnings for the banks. Also, it's a big week for data, actually, because there's CPI out as well this week, business permits and housing stats, and, there's a lot going on, right? So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens this week. Now, with the interest rates going down in the US yen is 109.36 and going down lower. Gold's starting to get nudged a bit at 17.48. I still think gold is so cheap, it is a joke. Silver's at $25.18, and that's cheap. I mean, it's as cheap as chips. We're in hyperinflationary environment here, man. These are cheap, and oils are down at 59.58. So, with all that, the risk markets are totally bull. And look, I'm seriously bull, people. Honestly, I'm not kidding. Anyway, guys and girls, the sun's out in Amsterdam. Hooray! That's fantastic. Anyway, guys and girls, I'll talk to you tomorrow, and let's see exactly how much money we can all make. Cheers, guys. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.